All right, hello everybody. Coming at you with some quick AP exam updates. Like I said earlier in the week on April 3rd, I would know more about you guys' exam. Today is April 3rd. I do know more. Last night I sat through a super exciting hour-long webinar about exam administration for this year. I've got the link to it below if you want to watch it, but if you don't, I figured I'd sum things up for you in about 5 minutes, we'll say here. All right, so let's talk about your exam for the year. All right, first off, when is it going to happen? Okay, the updated exam date for us is a week later. Okay, date Friday, May 15th. That's 1 week after the May 8th exam date we had scheduled before. Okay, the time for that is 3 p.m. Okay, it's a technically 45-minute exam, but there's some other stuff going on, so you're going to want to block off some time there, put that on the calendar, make sure you got nothing going on, make sure at home potentially you have a quiet spot to work in that time. Okay, but exam date for us got pushed back 1 week, okay, at 3 o'clock. All right, so what is going to be on your exam? Like we said, it is going to be this year shrunk down from the typical 3-hour-long multiple choice and free response question exam to a 45-minute exam consisting of 2 free response questions. Okay, typically there are 4 topics on the AP exam. We know which 2 are going to be on it this year. Free response question number 3, which deals with array and array lists. And then also free response question number 1, which deals with methods and control structures. Okay, both of those are specific question types we've been working on with the method and control structures, I suppose, since last semester. Okay, so you have seen these before. Okay, broken up a little strange to me. The first question, I suppose they're assuming it's going to be the harder one. You're going to be given 25 minutes for that one. Okay, it's going to be 65% of your grade. It's basically the same question that's in the course description, basically the same thing you've seen on tests that I've given you before, except for there are modifications to include an open-ended question part. I don't know what that means. That's kind of the one thing I don't have figured out. When I figure that out, I'll make sure I tell you, and we will practice it. Otherwise, it's the same kind of thing we've been doing for tests in class. Okay, same idea, free response question number 1, then the second part, you'll have 15 minutes for that. That'll be 35% of your grade. There will be a 5-minute window to submit your answer for the first one between questions, so they're kind of giving you some time for that. And then again, modifications to include an open-ended question. We'll figure out what that means. Okay, so basically, after spring break, we've got a month to review these 2 types of questions and talk about the different kind of components to them, the different stuff that could show up, help you get kind of a cheat sheet put together for those. That'll be what we're focused on after spring break, is reviewing that stuff. Okay, where will you be taking it? Like I said before, they're set up to administer the test either at home or in school, depending on what's going on May 15th. Okay, if we are back in school, and again, I'm hopeful for it, we'd get together in a room, 3 o'clock, kind of a weird time, maybe after the school day technically, but we'd all take it together there. Okay, otherwise, if we're not in school, basically you can take it wherever you have Wi-Fi or internet access. Okay, again, mark your calendars, May 15th. You need, I'd say, give yourself hour and a half window around 3 o'clock, okay, to get that exam done. Okay, whether it's in school or at home on your own. All right, then finally, how is this test going to work? Okay, like we said, it's online. Basically, what you're going to do is the website, you'll log in, okay, at 3 o'clock, I'm assuming. They'll give you the prompts, or the first prompt to work on, and you will submit written code to the website. So you're going to upload some code to the website. Okay, nice thing about this year is you can type it in or take a picture of written code. Okay, one of the knocks on the AP exam has always been, why are we writing by hand stuff that you type on a computer? Well, in this case, you can type it directly into a text editor or type it up on like a Word document and paste it in. Okay, and like we said, you're going to have a 5-minute window between questions to submit it. So you'll have some time to work on the prompt, and then you'll be given time to submit it. Okay, as far as administration goes, the AP just has decided that it would be impossible to make sure students aren't looking at notes or books or Googling stuff when they're on their own. That's why this year they're saying it's just open note. Okay, so in other words, you could use notes, books, Google. You could even type things into a compiler if you wanted to make sure your code runs. So they're not going to be checking you for that. They're just going to say, use it. Now, the thing I'd caution you with is don't just say, hey, it's open note. I don't need to study. I don't need to know what I'm doing. Okay, it is still timed. 25 minutes is not enough time to learn a subject, to learn how something works, and write the code. Okay, so we'll talk about having kind of some good references as we go. Like I said, making a cheat sheet for yourself is going to be one of our goals for the next month. Okay, but you still need to know what you're doing. Okay, that kind of resources will be there, just to maybe, more than anything, probably just boost your confidence about what's going on with it. Okay, so it is open notes with this year. The cheating part they are going to focus heavily on is anti-plagiarism. Okay, the thing about submitting your code online is it will be run through plagiarism software. Okay, a lot like a Turnitin app or something used for English classes. Okay, their websites are going to have some impersonation detection features. Okay, as you're logged into that site, they're basically going to be able to tell how fast you're typing, how you're copying and pasting, what other sites you're on, all kinds of different stuff they can look at when you're on the website. So don't try to come up with some kind of plan for cheating. If you do, you're going to get caught. Okay, again, you can use resources, but you cannot use other people. Okay, you cannot plagiarize. Okay, and then finally, the last thing they've got is, usually they don't do this, but this year they're gonna. I will get to see your code. I will get to see how your questions were answered. I'll also get to, I'll be able to see how it's scored later. But before the school year's over, I'm going to get to see it, and basically I'm going to look it over and decide, did you cheat or not? Okay, obviously if you have an answer the same as somebody else in class, that'll be a red flag for me. But also at the same time, if as we're reviewing for a month, you're not getting this stuff, and then all of a sudden you nail it on the test, I can tell what your code looks like. I'll be able to tell what that is as well. Okay, so no plagiarism is the big thing, the big point to take away. All right, so that's what I know so far. We will update you on details as they come out. I just want to get this out to you in case you were wondering about the exam or worried about how it's going to work. To me, I think you're getting a pretty fair deal as far as the situation we're in. And honestly, I think you folks have an advantage over most years when you include kind of the material cutout, okay, the open notes, open book part of it. Basically, when we get back from spring break, we're going to have a month to get you ready for it. I think that is more than enough time. I'm actually worried about making you bored more than I am running out of time to study. So, we're in a good spot right now, okay, as far as what we've covered so far. Over spring break, I've got nothing new for you. If you want to look at some of those review sites I put online, feel free. But for the most part, relax, okay, enjoy some time off of distance learning. Like I said, when we come back, we got plenty of time to get you ready. Okay, so hey, have a good one. Let me know if you need anything. Let me know if you have any other questions. Otherwise, we'll see you guys in about a week and start getting ready to take care of that exam.